Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Yankees today is Ron Guidry, whose record is 1-0 with a 1.13 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Bert Blyleven, whose record is 1-0 with a 6.75 ERA. So the streak is alive. We've won 6 in a row to lead off the season. We swept the Blue Jays at Exhibition Stadium, and although we didn't have the best pitching performances, we did manage to have our offense take over, and really all 3 games we just kind of eked out. In yesterday's game, Eddie Murray hit his 3rd home run of the year. It was a grand slam, and at that point I thought the game was over, but the Blue Jays came back against our bullpen and made it close, but we hung in there, and Dave Rucker got his 3rd save of the season, and Jack Morris went to 2-0. And so it's going to be a little tougher as we head back home here to play the Yankees. Yankees are only 3-3. Let's take a look at their team page. I forgot to do this for the first 2 games, but we're only through 6 games, so it's not like it's a big deal. But the Yankees do have the worst batting average in the American League, but the best ERA. They've scored 16 runs compared to our 42 runs through 6 games. You'll see here their top prospects and expiring contracts. Lee Mazzilli, he lost his position to Otis Nixon. He's down in AAA. And you'll see the team leaders here through 6 games. So let's go ahead and get started with today's ball game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe. I hope everyone's enjoying the sound effects. I'm working on finding more. I'm working on creating my own. We'll have a little bit of heckling. We'll have maybe some hot dog vendors. Here is Bert Bleilevin. Current Yankee lineup is batting, 283 against him in 57 plate appearances. All of the bullpen is available. Let's take a look at the lineup against the lefty Ron Guidry. We're going to give Sweet Lou the day off, his first day off this year. So Sularz will be at second, slightly out of position. Still a good defensive rating, but not his normal position. And because he's a lefty, everybody in here is a righty. So there you go. Okay, let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the New York Yankees against Bert Bleilevin. Batting leadoff, playing center field, is Otis Nixon. Batting second, playing second base, is Willie Randolph. Batting third in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting cleanup and DHing is Brian Dayett. Batting fifth and catching is Ron Hassey. Batting sixth, playing first base, is Dennis Werth. Batting seventh at third base is Joe Lefebvre. Batting eighth in right field is Claudell Washington. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Ozzie Smith. Let's take a look at Bert. Bert had a rough outing, but he hung in there to get the win. He gave up 9 hits in that first start in 5 1/3 innings, 4 walks, so 13 base runners in 5 innings. That usually will not get you the win, but we had a big lead that ball game against the Red Sox. His fastball tops out around 89 miles an hour. He's a fly ball pitcher, which is always a bad thing in Tiger Stadium. His sidearm curve is his best pitch, rated in 87. His regular curve right there at 79. His fastball changeup not so great. We have a new nickname for Bert Blyleven, thanks to John M. We call him Straight Mouth. That's his new nickname. So it's no longer going to be Bert Blyleven. It's going to be Straight Mouth Bleilevin. That's because he seems unhappy living in Detroit. I mean, he went to the playoffs and he pitched like he was unhappy. 0-2 in the ALCS. He's 32 years old, and we are stuck with him for another 3 seasons after this. So he better buy a condo or something. Okay, here is the Tigers' defensive alignment versus Bert, Blyleven, Gold Glove at first and at in left field with, as I mentioned, Whitaker having the day off. And Otis Nixon leading off the ball game against Bert, Blyleven.
Play ball!
Here we go. And a line drive right at Hatcher at third. There's one out. Keep Nixon off the base pass. Next up, Willie Randolph. Tough start to the season, batting .056. Two hard line drives to infielders, this time to Trammell. Two outs. Here's the newly acquired Steve Kemp. Yankees got Kemp from St. Louis in spring training, and he goes down swinging. So a 1-2-3 inning for Bleilevin. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Tigers lineup versus Ron Guidry. Batting leadoff in left field is Rickey Henderson. Batting second in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup playing first base is Eddie Murray. Batting fifth and catching today is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth in center field is Andre Dawson. Batting seventh and DHing is Howard Johnson. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. And batting ninth, playing second base is Guy Sularz. I was chuckling to myself doing the lineup because I remembered halfway through the lineup when we did the Halloween game last year where I gave them all Halloween nicknames. And I changed their names in the, oh gosh, that was crazy. Let's take a look at Louisiana Lightning. That's a good nickname. Also known as Gator. It's Ron Guidry. Probably my second favorite American League pitcher after any Tiger pitcher. He was 12-8 last year, made only 22 starts. You'll see here in each season that we've simmed, he's made a max of 23 starts. He's always injured. His health is at 79, so he's already below average. He was 12-8 with that 3.20 ERA last year. Didn't even qualify for the ERA title. 120 Ks in those 151.2 innings pitched. Opponent's batting average .231. 4 complete games. He had 2 shutouts. His fastball, he's down a couple ticks. 89 miles an hour. Ground ball average is 41%. Fastball rated an 89. That's pretty solid, but that slider, that has really kind of been his go-to pitch for getting strikeouts. Rated an 85. He's got a change in the curve. Overall rated an 85 at age 32. You see his awesome-looking 1983 Topps card here. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but 83, the Topps, was the first baseball card ever to have 2 separate photos on it. The Flair card, like the one that we have with Glenn Wilson, that does have a separate photo too, but it was on the backside. So kind of trying to match the Topps card Flair was trying there. Here is the defense for the New York Yankees. 4 Gold Glovers. We have Hassey, we have Randolph, we have Ozzie Smith, and Joe Lefebvre, all with Gold Gloves. And Rickey Henderson leading off against Ron Guidry. Ground ball to Ozzie. And the Wizard makes an error. Oh, that's a bad start for the Wiz. As we have Henderson on first. Now, it's a left-hander on the mound. And what's Hassey's 82? He's an 80. Oh, man, I want to go so bad. He's already been thrown out once this season after being successful the first 2 times. But you know what? This is why we have Glenn Wilson second. We're going to hit and run. Glenn Wilson makes pretty good contact. So we're not gonna screw up with a getting tossed out at second. Wilson grounds out to first. That does move Henderson into scoring position for Hatcher. 1 down. Here's a Mickey Hatcher batting .375 with a dong, and he strikes out looking. That is very unlike Hatcher. So Guidry, 1 pitch away from getting out of this mini jam. Eddie Murray up next. Murray's just crushing it. Hit 5 RBI in yesterday's game. And he flies out to center, and that'll do it. So we leave that base runner stranded at second. Go to the top of the second inning. Here is Brian Dayett leading off against Bert Blyleven. Straight mouth. And there's a base hit into left. Dayett is on. There's the first hit of the ball game. There goes the no-hitter. Runner on first. Here's former MVP Ron Hassey. He was the MVP in 1981. Our strike-shortened season. He's going to line out to right. Play made by Wilson. 1 down. Up next is Dennis Werth. He's the guy holding Don Mattingly back from taking over that position. Whoa, he rips it into left field over the head of Rickey. And that's an RBI double. Dayett comes around and scores from first. And it's 1-0 Yankees. So runner at second, 1 down. Here's Joe Lefebvre. Wow. Bert really fooled him on that one. That was a foot outside. Second strikeout for Bleilevin. And here's the former National League MVP from our 1980 season, Claudell Washington. He was on the Mets when he won that MVP. Will that fall in for a hit? Nope, it'll be a running catch from Rickey, and that is the third out. So the Yankees jump on top. 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Lance Parrish leading off. Parrish, for a right-hander, had some pretty good at-bats in Toronto. He had 2 hits in the last game. Here he pops it up into foul ground. 1 down. Next up is Hawk. Dawson, batting .300 so far this season, and a base hit to left. Do we want to go for 2? Normally, I would say we should run on Steve Kemp's noodle arm, but we're going to say no. It's a little too early to get overly aggressive. We're going to give Hojo a chance here to take a cut. Hojo's got 1 home run on the season. He's going to walk here. That moves Dawson into scoring position for Trammell. Trammell off to a horrific start. Batting .100 with a home run. Runners at first and second. He's 6 for 15 against Guidry. A pass ball is going to move everybody up. So now we're going to switch over to a sac fly. Let's just try to get this game tied up. I would bring the infield in, but they're not going to do that. They'll give up a run. 1-1 count to Trammell. And there we go. There's a double into the gap. Let's see. We make it 3? No, it's just a double. 2 RBI, and the Tigers take the lead 2-1. Good job by Tramm. Let's see here. That is his first double of the season. I feel like we've had more doubles in the first 6 games than we did all last year. Okay, here's Sularz. He's looking for his first hit. Getting a spot start at second. And he's going to hit a ground ball to second, moving Trammell over. Really, Solarz's job has been sort of minimized now, with Hojo being able to play third, but Sularz, as far as the starter, he will definitely pick up the spots for Whitaker and for Trammell when they need a day off. So 2 down, runners on third base. Here's Rickey Henderson back to the top of the lineup. And a ground ball to Oz. And he makes the play. So the Tigers take the lead 2-1 on the 2 RBI double for Trammell. We go to the top of the third. Here is Ozzie Smith, batting .211. And he rips it to right. I think that got down. It did, in front of Wilson. And the leadoff man is on. Smith has no stolen bases so far. We're going to pull third base in case Nixon wants to drop down a bunt. He is rated a 90 with a bunt. Also would not be surprised to see Smith running. Yep, and he's successful. So there is the first stolen base on the season for Smith. Now we're going to pull the outfield in. A base hit, Smith might score regardless. There's no outs yet, so As an infield single, that we can't do anything about. That's a lot of speed on the base pass. I'm going to do something, maybe a bad decision, but Randolph's not hitting well. We're going to pull the infield in. And if we can get a ground ball from Randolph, maybe we can prevent the game from being tied. Also, keep in mind, Bleilevin is a fly ball pitcher, so maybe the odds are not in our favor. Oh, come on. I mean, that's a great move. Actually, that's probably what I would have done. Now it's second and third as Nixon steals his second base of the season. We'll pull the infield in once more. 0-1 count to Randolph. And a ground ball to second. Sularz goes home, makes the play. Nicely done. So we prevent one run from scoring at least. Now we have a lefty up and a power hitter. So the most we can hope for here is a double play. A ground ball will score Nixon, and there's nothing I can really do to prevent that. Oh, there we go. Blyleven pulls the string on the curveball and strikes out Kemp. Third K for Blyleven. And now I feel pretty good about this situation. Let's see if Bleilevin can get Brian Dayett. Ground ball to short. Trammell throws him out. So we get out of that one. That was a by-the-book way to defend the tie run being on third. Sorry, my brain's not functioning. I need some more caffeine. We go to the bottom of the third. Here's Glenn Wilson leading off against Ron Guidry. And he goes gapper into right center field. That gets to the wall for a double. That is his third double of the season. I mean, look at what a start he got off to last year before he got injured. And although he's only batting .211, I mean, the extra base hits are piling up. So that's nice to see. We're going to assume he's healthy. Rickey Hatcher up next. And he goes to right field. That'll give another run to the Tigers. And do we want to go for two? We're not. We're not risk takers against the Yankees. We need these wins to give us an advantage down the stretch. We had a 10-game lead on the Yankees last year. And they came back and, as you probably already know, forced a one-game playoff in which, spoiler alert, Parrish, who's up now, hit a grand slam, walk-off grand slam in the ninth inning to win the game. So it was, and send us to the playoffs. Murray pops up, one down. Here's no pants Lance. Pass ball moving Hatcher to second. I believe that we already had a wild pitch, right? And a pass ball. So now all we need is a balk for the triumvirate of ridiculous pitching issues. Parrish walks. So first and second, one down for Andre Dawson. Oh, he strikes out swinging. Look at all the pitches he took, though. Guidry at 56 pitches here in the third. I'd like to see him get out of the ball game. And then Hojo strikes out swinging on 3 straight pitches. So we strand 2 runners and go to the top of the 4th inning. Ron Hassey leading off against Bert Blyleven. Hassey only batting .182. You know he's going to get his sooner or later. Ground ball to short. Trammell tosses him out. One down. Next up, Dennis Werth with a comebacker right straight through the box for a base hit. That is 5 hits for the Yankees. Runner on first, one down for Joe Lefebvre. His 1983 card there shows him on the Phils. And a pass ball allows Werth to go to second. That usually means there's a base hit coming. Oh, we'll take a strike 3 though. 4 Ks for Bleilevin. He's looking much better. than he did in the game number 2 of the season. So Werth on second. Here's Claudell Washington. 4 for 15 with a home run against Bleilevin, and there's the first walk. So I praise Bleilevin, and he gives up a walk. Now, at least that'll bring up Ozzie Smith. We're going to pull the outfield in case he gets a base hit. He's 5 for 10 in his career versus Bleilevin. And a ground ball to first. Murray, with his gold glove, steps on the bag. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tigers are up by 2. Trammell leading off. He had the big 2 RBI base hit. And there's another hit. Will that get past the center fielder? No, he cuts it off, and we are going to hold Trammell. 5th hit against Guidry. This is what we have Sularz for. We're going to have him lay down a bunt. I know we have a 2-run lead. Maybe they won't see it coming. There we go. Down the first base line to Werth. That'll move Trammell over. Good job by Sularz. It's at least one positive thing he's done at the plate this season. Runner in scoring position for Rickey. Rickey batting 100. Youch. Oh, change that up. A 2-run shot to center field. It's 5-1 Detroit. Rickey gets off the schneid with his first dong of the year. And it's 5-1 Detroit. Tough act to follow. Wilson hits a ground ball to second. 2 down. That'll leave it up to Mickey Hatcher to get a little 2-out rally going. And a ground ball past the third baseman, Lefebvre. Hatcher, wow, pulls into second with a double. That is his 3rd double of the season. He has 3 doubles in 27 at-bats. Last year he had 20 in 617. What a nice surprise he's been. Okay, runner on second for Murray. Here's an RBI opportunity. And a line drive right at Werth. That'll do it. Tigers extend the lead to 4. It's 5-1. Top of the 5th. Here's Otis Nixon. Now you might remember Nixon was designated as a 3rd baseman last year. And I changed that in the offseason to his actual position. He never played a game at 3rd base in the majors. So it just seems stupid that he was designated at 3rd. So when I did that, when I made him a center fielder, that meant Lee Mazzilli was no longer going to be in the outfield, even as a 4th outfielder. He's down in AAA. I feel kind of bad because Mazzilli did win his 2nd Gold Glove last year. So that's problematic as Bert Blyleven, straight mouth, strikes him out with a fastball. 5 Ks for Bert. And then Willie Randolph flies out to left center field. Play is made by Henderson. 2 quick outs as Steve Kemp steps up. And he gets a base hit through the left side of the infield. Nicely done. We're still big fans of Kemp. Let's take a look at him just quickly. So we traded him in 81. We just had a deluge of outfielders, and he was going to free agency. So we traded him to the Dodgers, and then he went to St. Louis, and then now he's on the Yankees. But he hasn't really proven much since then. And Dodger Stadium, you wouldn't think this, but in the 80s, had a terrible home run totals. So the Dodgers had the least amount of home runs in the National League last year. They hit only 70 home runs. And then Kemp tried to steal second base, and Parrish gunned him down. There we go. So good job by Big Wheel. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 5-1 Detroit. Here is Lance Parrish. He throws him out. He leads off. He's still looking for his first dong. We'll take a base hit to center field. There we go. Drops in. Little duck snort. And a base hit for Parrish. He's batting .333. Nice opportunity to hit and run. Stay out of the double plays with the catcher on first. That would have definitely been 2 with a ground ball to Oz. But with Parrish running, the only play was to first. Here's Hojo. Hojo 0 for 1 with a walk and a wild pitch. What's going on with Guidry on the mound? Moving Parrish over. Lots of pass balls and wild pitches this game. Now, I could easily just, let's do a sac fly here, but I don't think he's going to score on any of these outfielders. So we're going to let Hojo take a cut. Yeah, he strikes out looking. Got to take the bat off your shoulders. 2 down for Tram. Oh, and another wild pitch. The run scores anyway. Parrish, I think he went on his own. And it's 6-1 Detroit. Tigers have scored runs in 4 straight innings against Ron Guidry, and then he walks him. That's got to be enough. That's it. That is it for Guidry. Could not get through 5. I didn't see how many pitches he was at. Yankees are going to bring in Jim Lewis. Jim Lewis, last season, pitched in 10 games, no record, with a 4.43 ERA, 20 innings pitched. Wow, 17 Ks in 20 innings. That's kind of impressive. Opponent's batting average, .289. His fastball tops out around 94 miles an hour. That's one of the faster ones we've seen. Ground ball percentage, 50%. That's considered high. His fastball is rated at 94. He's got a slider, which is nice. His overall rating is an 86. Probably never would have heard of this guy, but he's on the Yankees. You see there the Columbus Clippers, so that was an 82 card. So maybe he wasn't even in baseball by 1983. Nonetheless, he is 27 years old, goes to arbitration next year. And Sularz, with 2 down, is at the plate. Trammell on first, and a ground ball right to Werth, and that'll do it. So Lewis gets the final out of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. Who is the player of the game so far for the Tigers? Trammell 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. Hatcher 2 for 3 with a ribby, and Henderson's got the 2-run home run. So it's a tough call. It's a tight battle right now. Bleilevin at 88 pitches with Brian Dayett at the plate. Fly ball to center. 1 down as Dawson makes the catch. Here's Ron Hassey. Another fly ball. Actually, this is a pop-up on the infield. I have no depth perception. Trammell drops it. Come on. Come on. Runner on first. Now we're going to guard the line here with Hassey running. Maybe a double play. Ground ball to... oh, no! It got past Hatcher. That is ridiculous. That was a round-the-horn double play if I've ever seen one. And now Blyleven's in a little bit of a jam here. First and second. Here's Joe Lefebvre. One swing of the bat can make this game a little bit tighter. There's another chance for Hatcher. Let's go around the horn. There we go. 5-4-3 double play. Bleilevin gets out of that. The error means nothing. Bottom of the 6th, Rickey Henderson leading off against Jim Lewis. He's going to be in there. His endurance is 62. So he could go the rest of the way. And another error. This time by Joe Lefebvre. And Henderson's on, and we're sending him now. Right-handed batter. 76% chance. Never tell me the odds. Here's Glenn Wilson. And he's thrown out. Oh, come on, Rickey. So Rickey's 50%. This is how he started out last year. I don't even know what to say about it. Okay, come on. I mean, they're really trying hard as Lefebvre drops a pop-up. Must be a low sky. I don't know what the problem is. There's a ground ball from Hatcher. Oh, that should have been two with Ozzie out there. Hatcher hustling down the line. So 2 down, runner on first. Eddie Murray, and another one to Oz. That'll do it. That was a ridiculous inning all around. Rickey getting thrown out. 2 errors by the Gold Glove third baseman. That's baseball for you. Here's Claudell Washington leading off against Blyleven. Bleilevin had 100 pitches. I feel like this is one of his longer outings as a Tiger. As he gets Claudell to pop up. There's 1 down. A couple of kind of ground. Oh, come on! Sularz makes an error. What is going on with the infielders? Dropping pop-ups, booting the balls in the field. And I think, I know you're probably like, get on with it, but I want to take a look at Sularz real quick, because I think he was terrible at second base last year. Oh, no, it was shortstop. That's what it was. He had 2 errors in the one start. We put him at shortstop, and then that was it. We were like, okay, we're not going to do that again. And we didn't until this year, which he had a flawless game. Okay, so Sularz really trying to extend the outing for Bleilevin. He should be out of the ball game here shortly. Ground ball to first. Could that be 2? No, they get the lead runner. 2 down. Here's Willie Randolph, 0 for 3 on the day. And a stolen base. You're down 5 runs in the 7th. There's no way he would be running on that play. 3rd stolen base on the year, though. And a base hit. Oh, no, it's going to be cut off by Sularz. And he makes up for the boot. I think that's going to do it for Bert Bleilevin. I think we've asked a lot of him. He's held the Yankees in check. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Parrish leading off, popping it up. Ozzie makes the catch on the outfield grass. 1 down. Andre Dawson, next up, 1 for 3 on the day, strikes out looking. 2 down. Hojo looking for his first hit of the game. And a ground ball to second. Good job by Jim Lewis coming in, shutting him down. Let's see here. So we're going to take out Bert. Good job, Bert. Straight mouth. Maybe get a little bit of a grin after this game. We're going to go to Cappy, kind of our long reliever. He's awesome. Look at his year last year. Look at what he's doing this year. This is his 3rd appearance. We're trying to monitor these relievers. Thought about sending Comstock down, but we're going to give him a couple more opportunities. As long as we're winning and he's not costing us the ball game. So Cappy's in there facing lefty Steve Kemp. He walks him. Come on. This is brutal. Runner on first. Brian Dayett up. Ooh, that looked like right in the corner. Could have been strike 3 if you let it go. Instead, he was swinging. Fly ball to right. There's 1 down. Another left-handed batter. I like their lefty-righty lineup. That's the way I do it, too. Cappy jams Hassey inside, popping it up to first. Every play is 50% chance it's going to be dropped. 2 outs. Here's Dennis Werth, and he goes to right with it for a base hit. Kemp holds it second. Why was he not running on that play with 2 down? Kemp not at third base on a base hit to right, but Otis Nixon stealing second, down 5 in the 7th. Okay. All right, 1 swing of the bat, though, can make this game interesting with Joe Lefebvre up, and he pops it up on the infield. Who's got it? Somebody call it. And that's the inning. Good job. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers are up by 5. Jim Lewis at 24 pitches. Trammell leading off the inning with a ground ball to Ozzie Smith. 1 down. Okay, Sularz, you got to make up for that terrible play at second. Oh, he strikes out. Wow, Sularz is really struggling. Almost makes me wish we still had Marky Wags. 2 down. Rickey Henderson strikes out as well. Okay. Jim Lewis looking pretty sharp. We're going to the 9th inning. We're going to leave Capizzello in there. 3 outs to go. Claudell Washington leading off. And an infield single. It's never easy. Well, Ozzie will not be bunting here. They need 5 runs, so we're not going to worry about anything other than going after the batter. There we go. That was a nice curve from Capizzello. It's out number 1 for a strikeout. Here's Otis Nixon. We're going to remember that stolen base. Flies out to left, down to the final out. Will the Tigers go 7-0? Willie Randolph up. Oh, he walks him. Maybe not a bad move to get to Kemp. First and second, 2 down. And Kemp strikes out. Tigers win 7-0 on the season. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. Good job. Okay, wow, here's a trade offer. Ooh, this is an interesting one. It is Jack Clark of the Giants being offered to us for Chuck Carey, who I don't think we've pitched him in the majors yet. We have not. He's only 23 years old. Pretty good numbers. He's a left-hander, and he's got that weird endurance of 47, where he's kind of a long reliever, can't really start. But a lefty, why would you want a lefty to go 4 innings, you know? I like the loogies where, lefty 1-out guys. And Tom Runnels, shortstop. We're pretty deep at shortstop. He is on the Giants' regular roster. What is Jack Clark doing in the majors? The right fielder is batting .217. And he's actually one of those players that I switched. He was a third baseman last year. And look, I don't know how. He played right field nearly every year up until our sim, and then they put him at third base. I don't get it. But, man, I kind of I wouldn't mind this deal, but that kind of money we can't afford because we're already projected to lose money unless we make the playoffs, in which we'll probably break even. So we're going to say no thanks, but I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. Tigers go to 7-0, 3-game lead over Baltimore and Clevetown. Oakland 5-1, leading the West. That is kind of a surprise, but again, it's early. Let's take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Daily Beat. Nothing. Writers strike in Detroit. Okay, let's see what we got here. We showed you the contract signings. Now we have some injuries. Let's see if they've been assigned properly. Mike Ramsey, who's a batter, who's also a pitcher apparently, is going to be missing 151 days for the Dodgers. He was their number 4 starter, and he might be done for the season. So, at least he won't be back until August, I guess. Okay, so that's a big blow to the Dodgers. I believe they're missing Oral, too. Oral Hershiser, not the, Mike York on the Miami Marlins, their single A team. All the minor league teams are correct, by the way. I did the research. He's going to miss a couple days. Okay. So let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and or subscribe. I appreciate that when you do. Makes me feel all oogie inside. Here is 4 extra base hits from the Tigers. I love that. Rickey Henderson hit the home run, but he was caught stealing. I can't justify giving him player of the game. We're going to give it to Alan Trammell. That is his first of the season, I believe. Bert Blyleven pitched great. He's 2-0. Nicely done for Bert. And George Capizzello comes in and pitches 2 innings of relief. That's going to do it. Take a look here at our video of the day and our playlist. And if you need more entertainment, you just might. If you do, check them out. Until tomorrow, everyone, have a great night.